Let's take a look at the market and see where we stand. This guy is going for 35 Gaijin. So is this guy. I'm actually surprised this one is selling as low as it is, considering that this guy, the T72, if you look at the whole time price, it's never been lower than 69 Gaijin. And ever since then, it's just continued to rise. Okay, 65 was the lowest point, but nothing lower than that. And then it's just continued to rise. And now it's going for 109, 110. Even though this tank is a 10.0 BR, it's still selling at the beginning twice the price that the T80U is selling for, which was a little bit of a surprise for me. I thought it would go for much higher than that. And eventually it will, but still, it's a much lower value of a tank than anything else. A little disappointing. There's a gazillion of these tanks still around, very cheap, 26 bucks. I don't care about those. E7, that's a rare tank. I actually never got the tank because I just started playing War Thunder at the time. And I didn't really know what the event was about, how the events play, what this means. I was too new, which is unfortunate because I would have really liked to have that tank. But it is what it is. There's only 13 on sale, and the cheapest one you can get is $1,750. And there's still people willing to pay over $1,000 for it. I don't know where they're getting this money from. Even if you sell every event vehicle during the year, for the last 3 years, that's still a lot. And you will still find people who buy it for that price. Look at this, the last price. Somebody bought it yesterday, January 28th, for $1,725. I mean, this Gaijin coin, you can still use in-game currencies from like the events to buy it, but still, it's a ridiculous amount of money. $1,750. And if you don't have that kind of Gaijin coin in your bank account, you can still put like real money into it. So that's wild. BMD4, it's actually gone up in price since the last time I checked. It was always hovering about 60 Gaijin. And I sold mine for 60, I believe, a little while ago. And now it's actually going up above 70. Which is good, I guess, if you still have it on sale. But it hasn't really gone up in price too much. This is one of the older ones, KV220. Not too expensive, so if you really want it, you could get it. This guy, I remember when the event was, and it sold really quick. I think it's one of the more successful event vehicles that I've seen, where it was selling really fast for a really good price. And if you look at it now, there's only 16 left for 300 and more. At the time, I didn't think much of it. It was an M60, who cares? I didn't really think it would be that popular. If I did, I would have probably sold it. Actually played a little bit more. Maybe trying this to sell it on the market. PT16, it's actually going for a higher price now. I sold mine to buy a pack somewhere. I don't remember what it was. KV1B, always a good choice because it's a 4.0 rank 3 vehicle. So if you ever want to do like events and special achievements, this guy is a very good one. This is equivalent to KV1E on the Russian lineup, which I bought a while ago too. It's really tanky. You can bounce a lot of stuff. You can just like plow through the enemies really quick. The only thing is that it has a really weak shot. Not super weak, but not the best. It's only 87 millimeters of penetration, but the armor is very strong. Especially if you don't know how to deal with them, they can be a challenge. Very good tank. And it's not that expensive actually, 69. You can like play a regular event, something like that. If you just played recently, it's just a little bit over that price. Jaguar, I don't know. I don't play planes too much and jets. Somebody else can probably talk about that. Ships especially, no idea. Object 248, super cheap. I don't know why anybody would even play that battle pass. It's essentially an East 1 with a better gun. But I think it was a waste of a battle pass event. I didn't play that event, and I am not interested in even buying this thing. The Puma, always a good choice. It's actually gone down in price. I remember seeing them over 1,000, maybe like 800 Gaijin, but now it's a little less expensive. Because I think Gaijin is giving a few people here and there some rare vehicles when they open up loot boxes. So that would explain why the numbers have gone up a little bit, but still, the price is actually very high. But it's a very good tank. You can flank in good positions. It's had a good speed, and the gun is just super powerful for that BR. It's very, very strong. If a regular Puma is 3.0, so I think this guy is 3.7, maybe? I don't remember, but it's a very good vehicle. Class 3 just did not sell very well, so if you were looking to play this thing and sell it on the market, it's never really gone up in price very much. I remember for the longest time it was like thousands and thousands of these things. You could get it for like 15 Gaijin, no problem. But it's huge, it's got a very big silhouette, got some mobility of course, but not interested. This thing, AGS, I sold mine for, I don't remember how much now. Never played it, don't really play American lines. I don't know why, I just don't like American stuff at all. At any BR. But yeah, 231 now, going for 80 bucks. T10, that was I think the first battle pass. Even for me, my main is Russia, and I'm not even interested in this thing. If I get it for free, sure I'll play it, but I would never buy this thing. No interest at all. Now, why is there two of these? Glitch? This was an event just recently. 44 bucks. Tiger, Germany. That was probably from an event way before my time. I don't remember seeing this as an event anytime recently in the last 5 years, which is when I started playing. But there's only 14 left, which is still a little bit. Cheapest one you can get is 470 Gaijin, which in conversion I think is about $2 per Gaijin coin, Canadian. So you're looking at almost 500 times 2, so it's almost $1,000 in real money if you really want it. Mind you do have a Tiger in regular lineup that you can just grind for free. I don't know why you would get this. I guess it's just Tiger. It's not Tiger E. It's not Tiger H1. It's nothing else like that. Other than that, I don't know what's so good about it. What's the difference? But yeah, who wants to spend that kind of money? I don't know, not me. Planes, I don't really know too much about. TV, this is a Panther for Russia. It's a captured German tank. Not super interested in this either. It's just a Panther tank for Russian lineup. I guess that's kind of cool. But yeah, 69 Gaijin. Not super expensive. If you spent a couple of events grinding different vehicles, you could sell it on the market and then sell them. And then use the money you make to buy this. So it's still affordable. This guy was a recent event. That was a battle pass free vehicle. But if you wanted to sell it, you had to get to 125 level. which is a long grind, by the way. I did it one time for the Elephant for Germany. I did it that one time. I've never done it before, where I was grinding the event, the Battle Pass event, to specifically sell the vehicle on the market. And it's a lot of work. So I don't recommend it if you think it's easy just to kind of grind it through and get the vehicle for sale. But it's not as simple as it sounds. But yeah, this was a free vehicle. Now it's going for $9.99. There's 391 of these available. People were talking about how cool it is. People were looking forward to playing this thing. I don't know the history of it. I guess it looks kind of cool, but not something I will ever buy. Centurion Mark 5-1. If this is similar to the Centurion Action X, then it's a pretty good vehicle. It's a 7.3 for Britain. Very strong. At 7.7, 7.3, Britain is very good, very fun, because you have a stabilized gun and you have a really good round, which is 300 millimeters of penetration, I believe, which for 7.3 is very strong. So if somebody is looking for to buy one of these, I think it's a good tank to get. I don't have it in my lineup. I wasn't super interested in it. I actually sold it. I don't remember how much for, but so yeah, 119, 54 bucks. MiG-23. Still a lot of these around. 63.99. So even though it's a 10.7, 10.3, it's still not that high in price. Surprising to me. Maybe because it's not as unique as you would think. Maybe that's why people are not buying it so much. But yeah, the prices have relatively stayed the same. This guy, I remember when that event was taking place, and I remember thinking, should I get the BI or should I get the Leopard? What was it? I think it was PT-16. That was the same event. I decided to go for the Leopard because I thought people will play that more. The thing about this BI plane is that it has a limited amount of fuel, so you can only stay in battle for a little bit before you have to return to the airfield and refuel. I think you have like 3 minutes or something. Anybody who plays would know better than me, but very surprising as well. If you look at this plane, and there's only 16 of these left, with the cheapest one going for $750. It's one of those things that went on sale and was doing much better than I ever expected it would. Because I think what I had was this guy, and look at the price difference, right? There's still 180 of these left. The cheapest one for sale is 129 bucks. Compare that to this. Holy smokes, what a profit you could have made. But you never know. You just never know how a vehicle is gonna be doing on the market. This guy has been around forever, and it's still going for only 20 Gaijin. I think it's 6.0. It has a lot of bombs. It's pretty slow. It's not very... I wasn't too impressed with it, but I haven't played this in a while. It's been a long time, but I got it. This was one of the free vehicles. I think I also got it on the market. I bought it on the market because I thought it was going to sell really well, and then I just sold it anyway. Can't remember exactly how much it was, but yeah, it's still around. I remember it was in thousands for forever. Just nobody was buying these things, and only now it's at 20 Gaijin coins, so it's still very cheap. So it must not be very desirable for people. Heavy tank number 6 for Japan. That's a Tiger. This one I can understand why it's so rare and why it would be for this price, but still, it's actually not that expensive. Considering that it's only 5 of these left, It's a Tiger tank for Japan. Japan doesn't even have heavy tanks. So if you can get one, and it's a German one, why not? I can see the value in it. I still would not pay for it. It's not. I'm not interested in that. But I'd say it's a good buy. Look at this heavy tank for Japan, Tiger, and compare that to this. Look at the price difference. Almost the same amount of tanks available. This guy's 470. This guy's 94. Why? Just because. Object 279, one of my favorite tanks to play for Russia. At 8.7, very strong, very fun. It can bounce a lot of shots. It has this kind of weird armor that sometimes if you don't know where to shoot, you can easily bounce stuff. When you're facing some up tiers, then yeah, you're gonna get panned pretty easily. But you do get some good games with these things. With this thing, it's pretty mobile. Has a really strong shot. I think it has 360 millimeter round. It's just different, you know. This is one of those tanks that's unique, that's different. It's fun to play, and it's always interesting to have stuff like this on your lineups. So yeah, only 81 of these left for 299 Gaijin, which is a little expensive now. Even though it's a really good tank, if you don't have it and you want to buy one, that's a little high. It starts to get a little high. I have that one, so I'm kind of lucky, and I'm happy that I did that event. Messerschmitt 262. There's like a million of these planes around. I don't know what's different about this one. There's only 33 of them for 70 Gaijin, which is still achievable. You can still find vehicles that you can sell and get one of these if you really want, but I don't see why, because there's a gazillion of them around, even in the free tree, regular tree. Jet, don't know. ITP M1. This one I know because it's in my lineup. I did do the Battle Pass events. This was one of the free vehicles, I think. And that's really good. If you like to have a plane that can take out tanks on the ground, it has a strong 40 millimeter gun, which is really fun to play with. As a fighter plane, it's not the best. I struggle sometimes when I'm taking turns. In a dogfight, it's pretty weak, but to take out planes that don't suspect anything, pretty strong. It has two bombs as well that you can drop, one at a time. Just 100 kilogram bombs, but still, it's something, better than nothing. So yeah, it's a pretty good plane, but it's still very cheap. If you ever wanted to get one, you can still do. Any of the event vehicles that you can sell on the market and get that price, $13, not too bad, but it's pretty good. And it's 4.0. The Elephant, that's the one that's on sale for me right now. Eventually this thing will go up in price. There's not too many of these guys around, but I kind of suspected it to be a little higher than this when I originally started to sell. I was expecting to get 100 Gaijin, maybe 80 Gaijin, just because of the historical value and I guess the expectation of the community to get this thing in the game for a long time. So I'm a little bit surprised, and I was a little bit disappointed that this thing was only selling for like 30. It's gone up in price now after a while, but still affordable. You can still get this thing if you really want it. From what I understand, this is just like the Ferdinand, except it has a machine gun in the front or something like that, and that's about it. And a different camo look. But it's essentially the same vehicle. So, I don't play the Ferdinand, I don't play Elephant, so this thing is on sale for me. I remember having this event, and I got the Merkava Mark III, and I sold it a while ago. This is way before the Israeli tree even came into existence. This was for the USA. And it's selling pretty good for 223, but considering the amount of vehicles that have already gone on sale before and the amount that's left, it's pretty low if you're looking to sell stuff, right? $223 now is pretty good. That's a lot of money. You can do a lot of packs with those. But it's been probably 3 years since the event. So didn't really sell that high if you're really looking forward to it at the time. PT76, right before the event started, when this thing was announced, I knew that I was gonna get this vehicle because it's pretty much a ZSU 57-2 with a stabilizer and just has one gun instead of two. So I knew it was gonna be a good vehicle, and it's pretty fun. You can just pop shots at targets and take them out pretty quick. Plus it's a scouting vehicle. Plus it's a premium. Just a really good pick. And this one has gone up in price steadily. It's been selling really well. Very good vehicle. Let's see the whole time price. What I never understand is who are these people that every time the event happens, the first people that sell them make an absolute huge profit. Like, look at this. Who's the person that decided to buy it for 380 Gaijin coin when the event started? First of all, where do you get that kind of money? Second of all, is it really that important to you that you get it first? Like you're one of the first people to get it. What explain this to me. Are you crazy? If only you wait for just a little bit. Look at the price. You could have got it for 72 Gaijin if you really wanted to. But no, you were so impatient or you were so interested in this tank that you had to pay 380 Gaijin coin for it. Every time this happens, if you look at any event in the very beginning, the people that sell these tanks right away are the ones that really make the profit, and there's always these people that buy them. Look at that price, and look at the lowest that it went for, 73. Don't get it. And this happens every time. Here's another tank, another Tiger for Germany. This must be like the prototype Tiger, the Porsche one or whatever. Pretty cheap, 66, not too bad. So if you're interested in historical vehicles, I can understand that. Now this Puma, which was 1.7, I believe, before, it's been moved up to 2.0 BR. It's pretty good for low tiers. It's pretty fun. It has an 100mm round, HE round, so it takes a little bit of playing around with. But again, it's a Puma, moves really quick, gets in positions. It doesn't have a scouting ability though. And the gun is can only go side to side. You know how it works. It's a pretty stationary tank, so it has some limitations to it, but it's pretty fun. And it's a premium. So if you like small, low BR fun times, this one is a good to get. Only 23 left for 69. It's a little steep now for this tank in my opinion, but it does what it's supposed to very well. I have it in my lineup. I think I got this. It was like a small event, like a 2-day event or something like that, where Gaijin was giving these away if you play a certain amount of games. I remember getting it and I was like, what? Where did that come from? I would never buy anything low tier like this. Even as cheap as it is, like I would never play that. For $34, I would never buy it. This thing is a meme tank that people love to make videos about. but I don't understand it. This is not a vehicle for me. I don't even like BT tanks. I never play that BR anyway. But yeah, 41 bucks. No, thank you. Don't know that one. This one I remember. I think this one was an event vehicle. I don't think this was Battle Pass. But this is also sort of like a Puma from before. It's has a fast firing gun. Easy to move around. This would be a good pick, but 34 Gaijin, pretty expensive for that tank now. Again, I wouldn't buy it, but if I could have it for free, sure, I would play it for sure. This MiG-21 PFM has been around forever. I remember having one of these, trying to sell it, and just the prices just would not go up. They would sell and sell and sell and sell with every event, but the prices just basically remained the same from 30 Gaijin. And now it's only gotten maybe 10 Gaijin in the last couple of years. So from the selling standpoint, terrible. As far as the vehicle itself, don't know. Same thing with this one, F11. I also had this one from the event, and I was trying to sell. It's actually gone up in price quite a bit, but for a long time it was just would not sell. You see, like, it was going for 40s, then it went down and went down and went down. 28 Gaijin. So yeah, I don't think it's very popular. People don't seem to be too excited about it. VT12. This one's actually been pretty popular. Really good for sale. Look at that number, 647 if you want to make a profit. Wow. But again, I didn't participate in this event. I think I was doing something else. I think I was doing the airplane challenges. So I was able to sell the plane, but not this thing. But it's very quick, has two barrels, so you can shoot twice at people while you're reloading the other. Never actually got to play this thing. I'm sure it takes a little bit of practice with that. XM8 has a decent sale numbers, but hey, don't play that thing. T30. All these heavy American tanks are very strong. They have a lot of armor. They have these 50 cal guns on top that can take out any soft targets, especially at a distance. It's hard to destroy these things unless you up tier them. So yeah, these guys don't know. Su-8 was the Battle Pass top award a couple of seasons ago. I decided to go ahead and get it in the last minute just because of all the firepower that it has. It has these 4 massive guns that you can just like snipe tanks with. Has a bunch of rockets, a bunch of bombs. And I kind of wish I didn't get it because it's not very good at striking. It's very heavy. It's a very heavy plane. It's hard to control. You have to like slow down when you go for a hit. And then you kind of have to get away from the battlefield, make sure nobody attacks you from behind. And if somebody starts to chase you, like a fighter plane, there's only one gunner in the back and has a terrible machine gun, so you're pretty much dead whenever that happens. But if there's nobody in the skies and you get a chance to get at the targets, oh man, this thing can be good, but it's very rare that happens. Also very cheap, so if somebody wants to pick it up, you can. There's only 109 left of these, but these numbers always jump around. They don't always represent the reality. There's a bunch of people that are probably not playing the game right now that that the plane doesn't refresh, and when they log in, they put them on back on sale on the market, so the numbers can jump up and down. It's not always 100%. This was a battle pass event vehicle. It's actually selling pretty decently right now for a good price. If you want to sell it, I mean, not if you want to buy it. If you're looking to buy it, then yeah, it's pretty steep. 92 Gaijin coin. I wasn't ever interested again. I never got it. I would never buy this thing. A bunch of people went ahead and got this from this recent event that we had. I don't know why. Looks like a piece of junk at a low BR. I would never play this thing. But yeah, the price shows. It's garbage. M64. That's a Chinese vehicle, also from a battle pass. It's like an M18, basically, but for China. And it's a premium. So if you're trying to grind stuff out, it's a good way to go. Selling these boxes for 10 cents is kind of a waste of a box, in my opinion. I say just keep it. You see all these people keep selling them. And if you're trying to sell these things for anything more than 10 cents, you're never gonna get it. All these guys, all these people that are trying to sell it for higher than 10 are never gonna see it. There's 53,203 boxes going for 10 cents. How long do you think these guys are gonna wait until that sells? I'd say that you'll be done with War Thunder way before that. Way before you even get the chance to sell something like that. So don't waste your time. But these things have all these camouflages that you can sell or just use yourself. They do cost $249 each. I mean, I don't go out of my way to open these boxes, but if I have extra cash that I sell junk with and I get some extra Gaijin coin, that's when I just open these boxes and either use the camouflages or sell them. Buccaneer. That was an event vehicle too. That's the one that I received, and then I sold mine because I wanted to buy a pack. But then $26 still. It's pretty cheap. I don't think it's very popular, or it doesn't have a very good reputation. So if you really want it, you can get it. This is the Swedish Mobile. Again, I don't get it. I don't play low tier Sweden too much, so I don't think it's any good, but I don't know. Again, this is a recent event. Don't know much about the jets. Katyusha. This is way before my time. Any kind of rocket system like that in low BRs is absolute garbage. That's been my experience. And it's really expensive, 95 Gaijin for that. I guess there is a historical value to this. This is a real vehicle that has a lot of history behind it, a lot of stories and all that. So for that reason, I can see people buying it. From a game perspective, I don't think you can, because these rockets, they don't, these platforms, they don't lower. You don't have a lot of depression, so they have this a certain angle that you have to hit targets from. It's like a minimum distance, and considering like all the obstructions like fences, trees, bushes, buildings, you have to fire a few of these rockets to even know the range, to kind of figure out where you need to shoot stuff. It's just very ineffective. In game, this thing is just useless. But for fun times, historical point of view, okay, you can have fun with that. Matilda. Whenever I saw that vehicle in the beginning when this thing came out, what a waste. It just looks stupid. Like, who's ever gonna use these rockets here? It's all stationary. There's like it always fires like at a certain angle, so you're almost never gonna hit anything with that. $6. So it's pretty cheap. I can see why. Again, boats I don't play. FW190C Germany. You see a lot of these planes from a regular tree, so they must be pretty good because they have a pretty strong punch. A lot of bombs. I don't have this tank. I didn't bother getting it. I'm not interested. I don't like playing anything below a certain BR. And especially for Britain at this is like a 1.0 BR. It's like I'm never gonna play that, even if it's good. But there you go, $5. This guy, don't know. VFW. That's a fun vehicle. It can be a pain and it can also be fun. I play this once in a while. I still have it. It can have these skirts going up, or you can have the skirts up or down. When it's down, it can shoot faster, but then your crew is exposed. And then if the skirts are up, they're a little bit more protected, but then the gun has less mobility. It still works pretty well, but it's just a little bit more restricted when the skirts are up. But at least it protects your crew from the gunfire, you know? If you get smoked from the top by a plane, then yeah, nothing's gonna save you. The 3.7 Ram, I remember when I did the event and I got this vehicle, I think I sold it for $5 or $10 Gaijin coins. That's another thing. If you are gonna sell stuff, don't sell it as soon as it's available, unless you're gonna buy something with the money. That's something that I've learned with this vehicle, is when I put it on sale, I just got the money and then I didn't do anything with the money. What I should have done is just kept it on the market, let the price go up, and then sell it when I need something, like a pack or something like that. Pinups, I love pinups. I always get pinups whenever I have a chance. There's only 9 left, wow. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I love pinups. It's one of the things that I like to get. What about these guys? Obel. 127. BT7A. I think it's a 3.0 now. Better gun, I guess. Same ability. Don't care. I don't care about any of that stuff. EBR. Don't care. Just the one that I have in a regular tree. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed at all. It's not as good as you think it is. Sweetie 5A. I think I have that. It's a 4.0 but rank 2. Good gun. Pretty slow. Thing about SPGs is that you need to really understand the game mechanics. You need to be experienced to really put these things to use. Otherwise, they're pretty useless for lower players. I remember when I first started playing the game and trying to play these things, it was almost impossible. I always got killed. The turret is stationary, so you have to move your entire tank to aim, and you get killed before that happens. So it's for more experienced players to know how to use. This pinup, by the way, has always been selling really well. It's been 5 Gaijin for a long time. Look at that. 17. Pretty high. Merkava Mark 1. I never saw this skin. Combat Girlfriend. 33. Wow. I like skins and all, but I'm not gonna spend that kind of money on that. These things are annoying to me. I don't know why people think it's cool. I think it looks terrible. Putting all these teeth on your planes and all that. Not for me. Ships. What else is there? This plane is apparently very good. It's like 2.5. Is it 2.5? Oh no, 2.2 from the Russian line, the Russian lineup. Regular tree at 5.7. Yeah, it's like that, but at a lower PR. Apparently, it's very good. I don't have it. I never got a chance to play it. But pretty expensive, 89 bucks. Got some skins, T-34E, some helicopter stuff. I see these hats all the time. People seem to love it. I don't get it. Nothing special to me about that, but people seem to love that thing. Just a bunch of skins. This tank in general is... I think Gaijin made it just to kind of get the monkey off their back. Just to kind of stop the community from talking about it. But from what I've seen, this has been a pretty useless tank. No surprise. I think that's pretty much it. Everything else is just a bunch of skins. This stuff I never understand either, because they're so small. You can barely see it on the tank. But for some people are still buying this for Gaijin coin. Again, I don't get it. Just like a lot of items that really don't make a difference. Anyways, that's it. That's our market. That's what we have for today. Alright, thanks for watching. Cheers.